But okay, you just
I could have been adopted.
Okay, but here's the thing.
And then, like, the fact that you say, like, I can do this without even knowing any information about, like, what I'm going through, to me, just, Ben, I'm going to borrow this word. It's bollocks.
But
bollocks!
Because I brought up the example of how about we measure the effects. If I am accurate that the effect between you and your mother archetype in your life is a cold, abusive relationship, and this is not the standard for all human beings, either I'm accurate or I'm not. That's the end of story. Like, now, how did I come to that? Okay, let's just say I use a concept of astrology to interpret your birth chart. Okay, cool. Now, can I explain to you physically how that makes sense? No. The question is, there's two parts here. One, I'm admitting that I can't explain the physics to you. Fine, you got me there. But the other part that you have to account for, why would I not be accurate about my conclusion? That's all I'm saying. But you can't pivot to say, hey, I want to see if you give an accurate conclusion. Okay, let me give the accurate conclusion. Then we can move to, can you scientifically explain the physics behind how you got there? If I can't do that, I will grant you that, Kirk.
Even before, like, having to explain the scientific, like, backing behind how you can make the assumption that you're saying what you could make.
Do what it do, and not shield the.
So check this out. I don't care if y'all bring the spoke. It's when y'all talk over people and don't let them complete their fucking thought. The thing is, you gotta think, and then you guys got the fucking nerve to try to tell me who to have in my room. And I'm telling you, Artie, I told you yesterday, I'm not doing this shit with you. You got to be blocked for life. And I will go in every fucking room you're in and fucking green bean myself and fucking knock you the fuck off. Keep fucking playing with me.
Wait, this is my question. So, are y'all above critique? Is what you're saying? So, we have a problem with something and we like, hey, you know, you guys are allowing this. That's a problem for y'all. We just need to not show up no more. Check this
out. I'm going to tell you, Bonnet, just like I told everybody else. I don't care if you guys have a conversation back and forth and you guys bring the smoke. I don't give a fuck. What I have a problem with, what I have a problem with is when you try to tell me who the fuck I need to have in the room. Then you got the nerve to tell me this is a black space. This space is for everybody. No, not you. I'm just saying as a whole. Just as a whole.
Right, but I'm saying my question is, if I'm saying, Patty, like, do you know you have a white supremacist in this room and you're allowing them to be platformed and spew their white supremacist rhetoric? You got a problem.
Then who's the white supremacist?
I'm asking, I'm giving an example. Well, I mean, I think that Ann is a white supremacist, right? And I tell you that all the time. Now, you decide you want to keep her in your room or not, that's on you. I'm talking about Monica, I'm sorry. You decide that you want to keep her in your room or not, that's on you. But to say that people can't just constantly say, hey, just let you know, you got a white supremacist in your room and you're allowing her to do this, that's a problem.
Yeah, but that's not what's happening.
Because
you just said people are saying, no, that's not what's happening. No, it's not. Okay. You're making that part up.
Well, Corey just came on here and gave us a lecture about if you don't like something, go open your own room.
That's the truth, though. Open a room, Bonnie.
That means
open a room, Bonnie.
Y'all don't want critique to me. That's why I asked the question.
No, there's nothing wrong with critiquing people. You could critique them all day long. There's nobody saying don't. The only time I come off mic is when, wait. No, that's not what he said. What Corey said was if you don't like the room, if you don't like the atmosphere, if you don't like the fact that I let anybody have a conversation.
Don't say nothing, just leave. That's what he's saying.
He said leave.
I'm sorry, Bonnet. Hold on. Hey, Patty, just one second. So, Bonnet, this is to you and Jack. Listen,
That's what I heard about it.
1 second, hold on, because I was here too. You guys are attributing. Listen, you're attributing a position to Corey that he did not take.
I didn't attribute a position. I'm repeating what he said. Is that not what he said? That if you.
I heard. What was it?
What was it I said? What was it I said?
If you don't like something, you don't want to hear. Can I finish? That's the fucking problem.
talking our first lady. Now you're doing too much now. Because now you're yelling. You're yelling. Now you're doing too much, first lady. Yeah, but she's doing too much, Patty, and you know it.
Okay, can I say something?
You know she's doing too much. You know she is.
My sister's in here. My sister's in here. So stop.
Good evening.
I'd just like to hear.
Stop. My sister's in here, y'all. Go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. I just want to say this isn't directed at anybody. When something is very triggering to you as a person and you do not like the conversation, it is okay to remove yourself. But what most people on Clubhouse want is for spaces to be filtered and to cater to them on a needs basis. So that's where it gets confusing, because then it becomes that the moderators need to create safe spaces for people's well-being and mental health. When in reality, it is your responsibility to navigate yourself and to filter yourself on the internet.
Child, that is not what I was saying.
So essentially, that's a fallacy, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why. When you blame people of victims in this case, right, and trying to ignore racism, right? You're essentially what you're saying is that racism is something that can simply be avoided, right? Instead of confronted and addressed. So basically telling us to remove.
Hold on, wait. Let Jack.
Let me just finish.
Let Jack speak.
Let me finish.
It's not. I want to answer.
I can't really.
I mean, she can't.
I would like to answer Jack.
Unfortunately, Jack has just turned this conversation into something that it shouldn't be, and I really don't like that.
No, please.
Because I was not articulating points.
Well, a lot of people.
I was making my own point. Can I
Hello?
finish?
So I'm back, and I'd like to hear very clearly what it was that I said that was being represented. I don't give a fuck whether you're done or not.
Oh.
Okay,
So go ahead, Bonnet. What was it that I said?
No, I said you presented it as if somebody has a problem, instead of quote unquote whining about it, just leave and go open your own room. So you complaining about something that happened in the room, you shouldn't do it. You should just leave and go open up a room. That's the way you presented your argument. You got a problem with somebody saying something racist and you're addressing it to the mods, don't do that, because I'm tired of hearing y'all talk about it. Just go open your own room and let us continue. I mean, that's the way.
No one said anything about it. If someone came up there and started saying racist.
Hold on. Can she finish?
How can a moderator who wasn't even here for the entire thing start inserting himself? And you can turn it up if you want, because y'all are starting to do too much. You got First Lady over here yelling at somebody like somebody stole $1 million.
Oh, hush your fuss.
$1 million? So
true.
So if that's not what you meant, if that's not what you meant, you can clarify. But that is what you said came across to me. That you don't want to hear people talking about any type of problems they have in the room. Just go.
Not problems. It's problems with racism. We talking about racism. Not talking about.
So Jack, do you need to add anything to that so that I have everything before I respond? Go ahead.
I would like to add something, and I'll add very quickly that making a statement like that just simply implies that racist behavior should be acceptable or tolerated in these spaces, and that we should just avoid it instead of standing 10 toes, standing on big business, so to speak. So that's all I would add. I just, I don't agree with that method of handling racists, because racism is something that affects everybody. On November 5th, we're going to cast a vote against somebody who's been historically racist. So,
okay. Anybody else?
I want to add something.
Anybody else before I respond? Go ahead.
I think Lisa want to say something.
I'm trying to respond. Pamela's trying to respond.
Okay.
I want to say that what I heard was that Patty said, don't talk over each other. That's the main problem. You can say what you want to say, but don't talk over each other. Then, if you can't say what you want to say, then I hear Corey saying, hey, then open up your own room. That's what I got bothered.
Okay, can I respond to Jack, please?
No, I would rather not.
That's my sister.
I'm Patty. If you will, I just want anybody. Anybody that has anything else to say about what I said, please now. All right. So now that you have all said what you thought I said, what you thought I meant, I absolutely meant as I said, and as some of you have rightly interpreted. If you do not like what is being said, you are free to leave. Plain and simple.
Well, that's not
It's
what
not
Patty's
rocket.
saying.
So it's what I'm saying.
But this is
And you responded, so you responded to what I said. Right? And Patty,
that's why
yeah,
I'm saying it's a little confusing because you're saying
so
Patty's.
I'm saying, Patty, do you disagree that if somebody doesn't like what's being said that they can leave?
Yeah, they can leave if they don't like
Yeah,
the room.
nobody's saying that they can't leave. You're saying
Okay.
you should not make any grievances known.
No,
That's not true.
I didn't say that at all. What I said was, that's not what I said. I said, I'm sick of hearing complaints about everything. So let me help you. Cause so I'm gonna help you. That's how I moderate. Because I gave y'all the space to talk and I didn't interrupt anybody. And so if you're going to do that, which is how all of this began, with Patty saying, do not be yelling over each other. Let whoever say what the fuck y'all got to say. And if it's gonna rumble, it's gonna rumble. If you got a problem with that, open your own fucking room. That's simple. But y'all want to be elevated to the place of mods where y'all decide every fucking thing, and nobody gets up at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning and opens a room. Oh, but Patty does. And then people come in and complain and do this passive-aggressive shit all the time. If it's not that, it's something else. And then we're rude for telling people 12-minute speeches is too long. Now you're picking on people. It's always fucking something. And that's what I came into. And I asked questions about it so that I could hear if my opinion of what I was hearing was correct. And so if you took it that way, I'm fine with you taking it whatever the fuck way you did. My sentiment remains the same. Clubhouse is a lateral app. We all have the same rights and privileges on the app. Start a room, in the room you started. Come to the stage, stay in the audience. Leave quietly, leave making a ruckus. Whatever the case, we all have the same privileges and nobody is trapped in this motherfucker.
Vote Trump, go to the gym, fatties. 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 Oh my God. You believe all that bullshit? Oh my God, that is so funny. Oh, beautiful.
And you want to find charities where over 90% goes to the people they're helping, and that's how they rate them. You know, and what percentage of every dollar actually makes it. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I just want to tell everybody to go to the gym and vote Trump, fatties. Also, Brock, especially Brock, because he's a real fatty. Vote Trump. Go to the gym, fatties.
I love you.
I actually need a raise, and thank you.
So 90%, like, what about the 10%?
And I need to go vote, actually. Well, there's operations vote, yeah.
What does 10% go?
No, just vote and go to the gym, fatties. Vote Trump. Vote Trump. Vote Trump and go to the gym, fatties.
I'm better than your mama. I'm better than your papa. Shut the fuck up.
Nice room, Cindy.
Thanks, Sheila.
Great room, Cindy. Vote Trump. Go to the gym, fatties. LGBTQ for Trump. Trans for Trump. Vote Trump. Go to the gym, fatties.
Is it James Charles? Who's that guy? Sounds like James Charles.
Love who with you today.
Gay black women for Trump. Vote Trump. Vote Trump.
It's just like something stuck up his head. It's like, what does he sound like then?
Are you projecting?
No, you don't want to sound like you're having like a huge, massive horse cocktail up your ass. Like, it's gonna
Okay, guys, nothing too explicit. Let's keep it rated PG-18.
Yeah. Well, you know. Well, yeah. So, you know.
Right at the very end, they ended that shit. Oh.
And this is, of course, particularly true when it comes to the
America, they only do 14K. That's like, to me, it's so hard, like, because I want 18K. Either way, it doesn't matter. You can create your own goal. You can do your own thing. And say hello to Love, everybody. Love is the audience. He's amazing. He's amazing.
Ew, Mako, I think you need a new tailor. Mako, your suit doesn't fit. It looks terrible on you. Get a new tailor. Jesus. Gross. You look so gross. Shave that nasty little Muslim trim beard of yours. It's so gay looking. It's so feminist. Looks like you got pubic hair on your face.
Why are so many people shitting on your suit, bro? Who cares?
I have no idea. I think I look good.
This person heals love.
Oh, they shot with my suit too, so it doesn't matter.
That's not even you in your picture, so it's fine.
That is definitely
Oh, but
Yes, that's not
Mako, you look like a mixture between Elon Musk and a dirty Arab.
Wow.
Look like you would clean my laundry right there. You look like a Mexican.
I'm just saying, it's too tight. Your suit is too tight. It doesn't fit right, Mako. You're gonna split the seams when you sit down, fat boy. Vote Trump and go to the gym, fatty.
Okay.
I'm glad we agree on something finally.
I do go to the gym though.
You do? Do you read any good books, Mako?
Motherfucker, buy the April.
No, I don't read books anymore.
Why not?
I found like a lot of information to be honest. A waste of time.
Really, information is a waste of time. So I guess you don't make informed decisions. Okay, never mind.
Obviously, it depends on what my, what I'm going
Yeah, but you
for.
have to, Marco, you have to understand and recognize that saying that reading is a waste of time.
I just don't think cramming theory knowledge into my.
Marco,
Anyway.
are you Muslim? Are you Muslim by any chance? That explain it. God dang.
But Mako, if because earlier, if you want a like gold chain like that, I would suggest you go to like the nearest jewelry district
Okay, so why?
near you.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Motherfucker, according to Sharia, men are not allowed to wear gold. So why do you want a gold chain?
It's for my future. I want to buy some.
You cut out. It's for your what?
How about you buy it for a tab? No, but how about you buy it for a tab?
I mean, it's not going to depreciate them.
Yeah, it's gonna depreciate because you're gonna get ripped off because you don't know shit.
How about you buy it for a tab?
It's okay, because I'm telling him how much it would cost per gram he wants, what K gold he wants. I'm telling him how much it would be minimum.
Go to
Plus
eBay.
labor, plus
Go to eBay.
cost.
Go to eBay. Go to eBay.
Don't go to eBay.
Go to
Don't
eBay. Go to eBay. Go to eBay.
eBay, you're gonna get
Fuck the
scammed.
faggot.
Go to eBay.
Okay.
At least do some
Yeah, go to
price.
eBay.
At least do some price comparison shopping. Jesus.
Or just search up the price of gold per gram, whatever, 18K, 14K, whatever you want. Do the math
24K.
yourself. Whatever. Anyway, you do
What's
the math
the average,
yourself. You
what-
see.
The average percentage for labor.
Percentage for labor. Oh God, you do need to read a book. Mako, how do you calculate the market capitalization of a stock?
Times the issued number of shares versus the stock price.
Holy shit! You got it right! Oh my god, that's a fucking miracle! How do you calculate earnings per share, Mako?
I never said I'm stupid.
Shit.
How do you calculate price to earnings ratio?
Okay, so let me tell you. Today, if you want a custom piece for jewelry, it can range from 200 to 800 for labor cost, depending on what you want. But if you want like jewelry repair, it can cost you around 90 to 175.
Oh, that's such a rip-off. I repaired my jewelry for like what, 35 Canadian dollars?
35 Canadian. Would it?
I go to McDonald's and put a string on a Happy Meal toy and just put the Happy Meal toy around my neck, and it makes me happier than all the expensive jewelry that gets stolen from me by immigrants, illegal aliens robbing me in the streets.
Okay, but Rabbi, 35 Canadian dollars. What is that in USD?
I'm not but it's
Hold on.
USD is obviously more. But yeah.
So wait, Mako.
It's 25. Okay, and it's 25 US dollars. So what jewelry are you getting? Is it plated?
It's plastic.
Or is
It's
it
spray
sterling?
paint.
No, because you can get sterling. 18K gold for 25 US dollars from where?
Go to eBay.
This is in Montreal.
Go to eBay.
No, I
No way.
didn't buy it. I fixed it.
Oh, you.
Because the chain broke, so I got it fixed for $25 American dollars. That's all I went to a store.
What cost is?
I went to a Jewish store, so they probably robbed me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. They got two prices at Jewish stores, one for Jews and one for everyone else.
Because $25 to repair something is actually insane.
So you got a great deal, man. They must have been having a terrific sale.
Yeah, what was the chain?
He does sound a little.
Mako, have you heard of Google or eBay? They may be more accurate.
This guy speaks.
Hello, Lolo? Hello, Lolo?
The reason why
You couldn't take it anymore.
Palestinian population 1948, and then Google Palestinian population 2024. I will repeat Palestinian population 1948. Palestinian population 1948. Google that.
And I had my birthday party at Nirvana in Beverly Hills.
I like samosas. They're really good.
Next time, Steve's.
Oh, that's pretty dope, man. That's dope.
Try the chicken boob sticker. It's delicious.
Oh, you mean chicken breast?
Chicken boob sticker, yeah. No, there's a protein called chicken boob sticker.
I think it's called breast.
Oh, chicken boob sticker. No, it's chicken.
In birth, right? Those people are the ones that I was speaking about, right? That to say that if they continue on, then shit, that ain't no.
It's Clubhouse Black.
Side of our minds too. Just I know we get esoteric a little bit, but I keep going. And,
No. So if the beginning everything was so basically in chaos, right, and nothing. So where did the water come from?
The chaos is now. Water is now.
So you said you call it chaos. I said at the beginning it was created the heaven and earth, and the earth was without form.
There ain't no earth, and there ain't no past. It's only now.
Are you trolling?
Why does everybody say I'm trolling? I get no respect at all.
I'm sorry, love. Mr. Banks is actually trying to have a real conversation.
It's a normal occurrence. Like, it's gonna happen regardless of what you say to them. It's regular.
It's all right. It don't bother me. It don't bother me. As long as the people that I'm trying to talk to are real people, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like the trolls. But anyway, go ahead. I really, I like the discussion.
But I'm gonna let y'all know Mr. Banks is one of the Clubhouse OGs up in here. Like, he's been in some serious rooms from like way back.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use the opportunity because I always ask myself, sorry, you were explaining, I think you were explaining about the water.
So you mentioned the water. So what part of it is it? Where's the water come from?
He's laughing.
Babe, they run that app. So if you think that you're
Vote Trump, go to the gym, fatties. 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 Vote Trump, go to...
Like Nelly, I'm saying that's his best song.
That song is Andre 3000, bro.
You say you mom deep looking ass.
Like in here, like, somebody's playing music in here. So far, there's no law stopping us to be up here bumping as much music as we want, right? So it's kind of vague, so that other universes, gets towards what happens when you're in VR, what happens when you're, in a simulated reality. And that's the main idea right now, to try to figure out what's going to be copyright law there. Just to throw that out there.
Yeah. Music industry's crazy. If you stay in it long enough, you'll probably run across some people that are going to tell you some stuff that sounds crazy.
That's right.
But it turns out to be true. And then you're going to find out that humans have this tendency of... I don't know why, but they think it's fun.
I don't, but hey, I guess most do.
Yeah.
Question for all the STEM competent, STEM leaning, STEM favored minds in here. Do you agree, or would you agree, that a hydraulic mechanism was used to build any of the ancient Egyptian pyramids? Yes or no? Or in between?
I know there's we're not alone.
Well, if you're a STEM mind, if you're favoring STEM mind over the conspiracy mind, because obviously using water to lift and build pyramids, their stones was a conspiracy 10, 15 years ago. So anyone that's kind of more so STEM leaning, do you agree or would agree that that's likely or possible? Or did that?
Are you asking whether water was used to make the pyramids? I would think probably.
Yeah,
it's not out there.
specifically hydro. No, not
Talking about floating large, large
floating
thing
water.
down the quarry kind of thing.
Yeah,
that seems very possible and maybe likely. Yeah.
Very likely. Anybody else?
Well,
They
just
also to build a pyramid itself, not to just travel rocks from one side of the river 100 miles down. I'm saying at the site of the pyramid, you have a dam, you have a what do they call that water? Right, and it uses hydraulic pressure to lift the stone from one state, so let's just say 50 meters, 100 meters high, and placing it on a part of the pyramid. Do you think that was likely or possible? Not just traveling, moving.
I don't know how they did it, but just recently, in the past 30 days, they just made it public that
He's so stupid, Hermes.
Before you say that, Hermes, I wanted to ask the STEM-minded people, because the topic is, are you STEM competent or are you conspiracy theorists? I remember at least 10 years ago.
It actually did come out about a month or two ago. So.
Exactly, but I remember this same concept being a conspiracy theory 10 plus years ago. Is what I'm saying. So, so the point that I'm making is, what was a conspiracy theory? Hydraulic pressure being used to build some, or it's not a conspiracy theory. That's not a conspiracy theory. Well, now it's not a conspiracy theory, because I was just about to post a something.
It never was.
It never was. It certainly was. Okay, how is it not a conspiracy theory if it was never proven?
Because it follows all the known laws of physics. There's nothing wild about it. It's a possibility that something could have happened. Just like you and I making a theory.
No, that's not what's being claimed. That's not what's being claimed. What's being claimed
so how
is
is that
they didn't have
because
what's being claimed is they didn't have the intellectual capacity to use a hydraulic pressure mechanism.
Who said that?
It was never proven, but it was claimed, right? Was it not claimed? Have you ever heard water being used to build pyramids before today? Have you ever heard that?
Absolutely,
yeah,
100%.
Okay, I heard that, but up until recently, I'm posting a scientific article right now. Up until recently, I have never seen a scientific article lay down a explanation for why it's possible, right? So if you don't lay down some form of explanation, it's not even a scientific theory. It's your own theory and imagination.
Cranes.
Okay, and it being in your theory and imagination, that's the point of it being a conspiracy. So what I'm saying is the hydraulic pressure mechanism being used to build any of the pyramids with no scientific explanation, especially by a peer-to-peer review source, then it's a conspiracy or it's a theory or it's your imagination.
No, but it's not, because there's no valid paradigm that says this is how the pyramids were built in terms of like something that's factual and people are saying this is the accepted body of evidence. It has been a mystery for how a lot of this stuff has happened. All that, wet sand and the canal theories have been out there forever. And, me, from when I worked at a hydroelectric power plant from 12 to 21, I know the power of granite and I know the power of water, and it's granite and water together that builds those hydroelectric power plants. And I understand how rocks can float, certain kinds of rocks and certain kinds can't, right? There's nothing wild or weird about that. That's a running theory that could potentially be true. Now, the feasibility of that stuff, like when you think about the Nile being closer to, Giza, back in the old days compared to where it is now, okay, cool. Like that's potentially something that we can talk about, but that doesn't make that conspiracy. Conspiracy would be saying the aliens came and did it, because that's not a valid paradigm, because we have no evidence of aliens. We have evidence of canals. We have evidence of where things were historically, like all kinds of evidence. So it's just not conspiracy theory. It's just a theory that's on the fringe of what could be acceptable and might not be. I don't see why you think it's conspiracy.
Well, is it?
It's not a conspiracy just because it's not a very well developed idea, right? Like if somebody were to just say, well, yeah, they used hydraulics and this is how they did it. And I'm like, okay, well, what are the details? Well, I don't know. Okay, that's not a conspiracy. That's just not a very well developed idea yet. But when there's evidence for it, like, oh, this makes sense. Maybe remember those things we found with the holes in it, the tubes and this and that. Maybe that, now we have a different way. Maybe that was a tool for, or or if you have a working
Question
model,
from, if
something
language
like
English for communication can be translated into zeros or ones or math
certain
equations,
ideas,
if you
like
don't like my conspiracy, are you rejecting my
you have all these
math?
crazy ideas, right? There's no evidence for any of them. They're just somebody's idea. Now, maybe one of those at some point there will be some evidence for it, and it'll sort of turn into scientific theory at some point. But until then, it's just an idea. It might be maybe a little wacky. Maybe it's possible, but there's no real evidence for it. But if it were like impossible or required magic, or required like if it really heavily leaned on some other well-developed idea, but that didn't have any support, like ancient aliens or ancient civilizations, then it might be something like a conspiracy theory, I guess. But I still think conspiracy theory is the wrong word for it. It's just bad science isn't conspiracy. It's just bad science or underdeveloped science.
Well, it's not just underdeveloped science. There's an active effort to not educate people in a common sense understanding on the contributions of ancient civilizations to modern day society, right? So no one's
that's a conspiracy.
Okay.
That there is a concerted effort to not tell people about things that is actually somehow known. That's a conspiracy theory.
Okay, so that I guess was my actual claim that I didn't clearly state is that let's just say the intellectual capacity of ancient peopling, not just Egypt, you can say Canaan, you can say Sumer, you can say Indus Kush or Endogaro, doesn't really matter. But as long as we're talking about especially a metropolitan area, their intellectual capacity, their intelligence, what they understand about the world, is certainly being suppressed to the average everyday person. I'm not saying there aren't your scientists and your suppressed, meaning it's not common understanding that
Because we don't have the knowledge, though. In other words, this whole thing is about hydraulics.
I mean, 10 years ago, like I said, 15 years ago, there were already putting forth efforts, ideas that the intellectual capacity of ancient people were far more sophisticated than what has been claimed. It's not that they didn't know this 30 years ago. Like, for example, right? If I say the ancient Egyptians came from Nubians, you'll say, and the ancient Egyptians came from Nubians, and this is being suppressed because it would lead to a black African identity for the Egyptians. You're saying, no, it's not. They're a multi-ethnic organization. Right now, if I were to say that, is that a conspiracy? Or is that an undeveloped scientific theory?
I don't know which part of the argument you were on. I kind of lost track.
I mean, Heffen, can't you just stop with the questions? Why can't you just make an opinion or a fact and then use an experiment as opposed to doing dialectical Socratic question making? I mean, it's useless.
So the statement is, right, that the origin of what you call ancient Egyptian culture started from what you call black African people, right? This has been suppressed because due to, on one point, pseudo-historical narratives and pseudo-scientific, expositions put out, they tried to make black people seem inferior. Well, when they came across the ancient Egyptian civilization after Napoleon stormed into Egypt, they realized that, wait a second, the same people that we have enslaved right now were at the crux and the contributors to modern-day civilization. So we need to make sure that we continue to suppress or just divert people away from the origins of the culture of the people of who the ancient Egyptians were. Okay, that keeps humanity, peopling at large, particularly black people, ignorant, right, to history. And it also paints a false sense of superiority that black African people have never done anything major to contribute to civilization. Right now, if you say ancient Egyptians were built by black African people, they would say that that's not true, right? Objective. But what we're finding more and more is that scientific conclusion is being built. You see, but this is known 100 years ago. Our Egyptologists 100 years ago said, hey, the ancient Egyptians were black people. And then for some reason, during the 19th century, they started to reverse, or late 18th century, early 19th century, they started to reverse these claims. For whatever reason, that's a conspiracy. You're suppressing information. So I was just giving you a small detail on what is a larger effort, right, to suppress understandings of history. And what I said about the origins of the ancient Egyptians, you can go to Chicago University .edu and find that the most important culture of the Royal Society was found in Nubia approximately 3500 BC. Their royal Egyptian crown, they found that in Nubia, where at first they tried to say that black Nubians only came into Egypt 25th dynasty. So they're like, whoa, actually, Black Nubians in Egypt.
That was the Kushite dynasty. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Kushite dynasty. But people thought that was the first time Black people and the Egyptians were important and integrated together. No. It actually started 3,500 years.
Right. But now you're speaking about something outside the realm of like what we're talking about with STEM, right? Like, I mean, you can get into anthropology and so forth, and I guess it is borderline, STEM, depending on where you want to draw the line. I think we're speaking, when we talk about, like, even back to your claim of what might be responsible for building the pyramids. My general point is that if the science isn't conclusive, it's not a conspiracy to float a theory. And there's no great suppression out there that I know of that's trying to suppress what the hidden secrets are, because I don't necessarily know how hidden they are, or that we just don't know the answers. There's a difference between something being hidden and us not having the answers. Now, if there's some population of people, by definition, who's hiding the facts, but we don't have the facts, then it's pretty hard to know that they're hiding them to come out and say that this actually is a conspiracy. Now, if we find, and this was Hero's point, if suddenly we found evidence that somebody has been hoarding that information and be keeping it to themselves, then we would come out tomorrow and say there's been a great conspiracy or a great cover-up to try to keep this knowledge hidden and esoteric, right? That could be the case. But in the absence of that, to say that there is some grand conspiracy to hide the way that the pyramids were built, I mean, that's a conspiracy unto itself when you say that, right? Because on what grounds would you have to say it? You could say I'm suspicious of that, and that's totally valid, right? But to think that it's a conspiracy is you being a conspiracist because you don't have the evidence to back it up.
Well, evidence is played today. You just said in the History Channel they have ancient aliens being played on the History Channel. I had to make sure I wasn't being conspiracist when I checked to see that what's played on national television is vetted by the federal government, right? It doesn't go.
I don't know what you're talking about there. That's owned by A&E Network, bro, which is the Walt Disney company.
I didn't say.
I want to share something
I
with you guys real quick.
I didn't say ownership. I didn't say ownership. I said for something to be played on national television, it has to go through. I think it's called the Federal Television. Do I have to Google it? Because it's regulated by the federal government. What's put on national television? That's a fact.
So you think when I watch Beauty and the Beast, it's regulated by the federal government of what the story is?
No, but if the History Channel said that Hitler was a black man, I doubt that would be on a History Channel. I highly doubt that, right? That's pretty revisionist of history. What I'm saying is, what is allowed to be on the History Channel? It's called the History Channel. Most people don't talk to historians. They don't talk to archaeologists. They don't talk to anthropologists. But you know what they do talk to? A TV. And if a brand is called the History Channel, and they're talking about ancient aliens, we know how propaganda works. We know how TVs work. People can be easily influenced. And you know the average education of the American is not collegiate, okay? So we know that it is far easier for someone to watch a History Channel, listen to ancient aliens, and be influenced about its conclusion.
You're right, but you also have to understand. But you also have to understand what I said to you as soon as you said the History Channel. It's a Disney enterprise. It is not the same as documentaries or all these kind of things that you're claiming that need to be vetted. The History Channel is strictly immune from that, and we all talk about it all the time, how it's garbage, a lot of the stuff that come up on the History Channel.
Do most people know that? Do you think most Americans?
I think anybody who watches it in real life. I mean, I'm not sure.
I mean, you think, but
are you saying that because it's labeled on the History Channel that the U.S. government has vetted the information and it's like propaganda? Like, it's funny because the History Channel.
That's a conspiracy theory all unto itself.
The History Channel
that wasn't my claim.
Mostly like documentaries and stuff. I remember when it was more like that. But here's what happens. It's like, they show the Bigfoot episode, and everyone's like, show more Bigfoot episodes. And it's like, well, damn it, we were supposed to do...
Well, I got a conspiracy theory about conspiracy theories.
They want more. It seems like people want more ancient alien stuff, like
the Anunnaki, the Atlanteans.
At this point, it's just all, ancient alien at this point.
Well, what's the difference?
Okay, so, again, I didn't say that it wasn't owned by Disney, right? All I was saying is, what do you think? I mean, an educated guess is that someone could be influenced to think that the History Channel is speaking.
I'm back on that bullshit. Because I used to troll like this all the time. I ain't gonna fuck, we be free. Let me troll.
Let my troll brothers and sisters go from freedom to freedom, joy to joy.
bitch.
Hey, I'm gonna pick these motherfucking tacos. They ready to be fried?
Hang on, what's the taco? I'm glad they bring that drop shit, bro. You could just drop a nigga.
Different verses and stuff that they may say come from God or whoever, but it's a mix of real different stories. So if we don't know exactly how God is saying it, of course, and everything else, how do we know for a fact? Like, let's say, for example,
Man, you read a book.
yeah,
Hold up, man. Don't troll, bro. Don't troll.
That ain't no troll. That's the answer.
Hey, no troll.
Ooh, honey got a little triggered there. Sorry, honey.
And it was good. Hey, he made light and dark, guys. This is good.
I mean, you tell me you got a question that can't.
Proceed.
You know, I got a question. What is the language that God? Does anybody know? Did anybody tell? So, in other words, right? It's kind of like when you watch the movie Arrival, and they were trying to figure out how to speak to the aliens. The aliens spoke a higher form of language where they use
Why does her not having children, like, why does that make her no, let me rephrase that. Does that make her less of a woman? That's the thing. Yeah.
Vote Trump, go to the gym, fatties, vote Trump, go to the gym, fatties, vote Trump, go to the gym, fatties, vote Trump, go to the gym, fatties.
Next time you come in here, bro, have your shit together. Well, I got it. That shit right here is weird. We arguing Pete. Make sure you show up when I dog you out, bitch. Lady, you sound like you need to brush your teeth and your fucking lip thick as fuck. You sound like your teeth. Man, listen, stop. Aubrey, you don't even have no lips for real. Bitch, you gotta bite like a chihuahua, bitch. The fuck is you talking about? I'm gonna call you Chompers from now on. Don't play with me. Don't play to me. You got that stupid ass nose that's built like a book. Man, you know what? Old gagger looking bitch. The fuck you talking about? Nigga, what? Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, you negative ass bitches. We negative because you holler.
Please tell me where y'all from.
He real mad. Where y'all get him from?
He gone now. Fuck his mama, fuck his daddy.
Yeah, I ain't issue. Y'all got hey, I don't like this. This like a retarded hospital.
You would check.
Okay, welcome to art. Vote Trump, go to the gym, fatties. Vote Trump, go to the gym, fatties. Oh my god. Miami. We removed your content. You can't actually live stream it anymore. It's almost impossible. It's going to be very PG-13. We removed your content. Request review. We have reviewed your content and we found it did not violate our policies.